Welcome to Bridge 9 Podcast, episode number 13. I'm Tyler.
I'm Brian.
What the fuck's wrong with you? I'm Ryan.
I don't know why I laughed. I was looking at you and I'm Brian. It's the Paul Verbeer voice. I'm Brian, returning from the dead to reclaim the championship belt.
Wow.
Wow.
Bad luck number 13 already, apparently. Off to a terrible start. But, Schultz, what do we got? Hit him with the pre-orders.
Oh, yeah, we're getting on business first. We're going to hit you with those pre-orders again. We got Alcoa pre-orders for Parlor Tricks.
You forget the name of it, you fuckface?
We usually write this stuff down. We didn't today. Alcoa Parlor Tricks pre-orders. Check those out. Gallows, Desolation Sounds. Those are up as well. And
War and Women's up as well.
War and Women is still running. That'll be out February 10th. That'll be out the soonest of those three. So get on that pretty soon. Also, going up yesterday, as of yesterday, we have Caravel's Octave Split EP pre-orders. That'll be out digitally on January 27th, this coming Tuesday, and physically on March 3rd, but you can stream the whole thing right now on Brooklyn Vegan. So check that out. Pick up a LP copy if you dig what you hear. We'll ship those out in March for you.
You say you're going to ship them?
Well,
you're not going to ship them.
I said we.
We can't get you up off your seat.
Yeah. By we, I mean you and Matt, more or less.
You're literally always playing computer games and talking on AIM.
Backyard baseball?
You're asleep at your seat all day.
Most of the day.
You caught me.
Painted on eyeballs to your eyelids.
Constant naps.
You want to talk about the little gifts we got sent from War and Women that are going to go in all the pre-orders?
Are we going to reveal those now?
Yeah, why not?
Can we?
Yeah,
Chris,
sure.
it's all right?
Oh, it's fine.
I don't know if it's like really something we need to keep secret.
Yeah.
Well,
So, we're going to promote a sexual education awareness and ship you guys free condoms, dental dams, and female condoms.
Hell yeah.
Use wisely.
We get a whole box of them.
And they come with every order, right?
Yep.
Every War
if
on
you
Women
pre-order,
order.
you'll get a sexual protection device.
You can kind of consider it part of like the record, like the packaging. You
Yeah.
got the,
In a sense.
We were playing with them earlier, right? Playing with the
Sounds
dental.
weird.
We were playing with the dental
we were
dams.
trying them on, playing with them, seeing how they work.
We never
Comparing.
I never seen one of those before. Have you?
Ryan was fascinated by
A
the black
dental dam?
condoms.
No, it was a dental dam.
It was a dental
That
dam.
too.
I'll be
piece of
honest.
rubber.
I've never seen one in person before.
I don't know if I have either.
Matt didn't either. We were all fascinated by it.
Yeah.
I played with the dental dam. It was weird.
It was
What did
weird.
you do? You smelled it and you seemed very
My
frustrated.
fingers smell like it real bad.
Matt described it as smelling like
Chocolate Easter bunny.
yeah, chocolate Easter bunny for some reason.
I don't know. It just smells like a like if you wore those funny like latex gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm assuming it's latex.
A latex glove for your tongue, I guess.
Yeah. Is that what you do? You lick with it? Do you lick with it, or
Lick with it?
or do you like?
Well, I'm assuming where it's called the dental dam. I'm assuming it's for your
Mouth.
mouth, right?
That would make sense.
It's for oral pleasure.
Yeah. Oral pleasure blanket.
And the female condom is for insertion.
Yes.
Can only imagine, yeah.
Interesting.
We're getting educated ourselves here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, War on Women.
Educating
I
ourselves.
knew those
but
things existed, but I never
Never saw one in person. Really.
thought it was a myth,
I never thought it was a myth. I just thought they were not very frequently used. I'll have to admit that those seem less convenient than your good old fashioned condom, but
We got some good old fashioned
Oh, I
condoms as
know.
well. Tuxedo black.
Yep.
you can double down and be extra safe though.
Yeah, it's
Strap
true.
on one of those tuxedo blacks and then have the
Female.
female condom and boom, you're in business.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about anything.
Really protecting yourself.
Unless you're allergic to latex, then
Yeah,
you're
that's
shit
true.
out of luck. Just stay home.
Don't go out.
Don't go out, shouts. How many are you going to take home?
How many condoms am I going to take home?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm fairly well stocked for now.
How many do you
Is that
have
true?
right now?
How many do you have?
Right now? 3 or 4 maybe?
That's well stocked.
For Schultz,
Well
maybe.
stocked
You could
is
plow
like
through that
50
in a
or
weekend,
60.
What?
Well stocked is like 50 or 60.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely not well. 50 or 60 condoms at home?
I didn't say
You
it was
have
well
different
stocked.
variations and styles and
Yeah.
flavors.
Spiked.
Are you touring with like a metalcore band on a bus in like the mid 2000s? You got that basket of condoms as soon as you walk
Is
in?
that a thing?
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I interviewed The Bled in like 2007. As soon as you walked onto their tour bus, they had this huge hanging basket full of condoms.
That's awesome. Rock on.
Yeah.
Shout out to the blood, apparently.
They fuck, huh?
I guess they were fucking in 2007.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. They're not fucking anymore, I'm sure.
No, they're not a band anymore.
No? Bummer, huh?
A while ago.
So you think 3 to 4 is well stocked?
For Schultz, maybe, yeah.
For Schultz, that could last you
Schultz
a couple
ain't
of years,
exactly
right?
fucking every day. Not like you, anyway.
Not like me, anyway. You think that could last you a whole year?
What?
3 or 4?
I don't know about that. That's a little crazy.
I don't know, man.
How many, like, packages of condoms did you go through in 2014? Like,
Yeah.
what do they usually come in, like, a 12-pack? Or, like, it's usually a 12, right? Is like the medium-sized box.
There's a lot of varieties, I feel like. There's
Well,
like
I feel
the
like you
4
usually
packs,
see-
the 6 packs, the
I've
12
never
packs.
seen a 4 or a 6, I don't think. I've seen, like, a 3 and a 12.
Honestly, I didn't get through that many.
How many condoms did you use last year? If you had to take a guess.
It's a very specific question.
Yeah, just take a guess.
I guess.
Yeah.
This is a ballpark, but I don't even know, honestly.
Ballpark me.
You want me to guess?
I don't know. 15?
You think you use that many?
I don't think you used that many, my friend.
I don't know.
I was thinking like 6 to 8 tops.
Maybe you're right. Like
Yeah,
I said,
maybe
this
6
is
to
like
8.
off the top of my head.
6 to 8.
I ain't exactly like logging my sessions here.
Well, you gotta. You'll forget.
You're the king of lists. I figured you would do that.
Condom used. This date. This time.
But maybe that'll increase because this is your year.
Maybe. We'll see.
The year's
Yeah.
going well so far.
Increased condom use. We'll see.
Yeah. Good year?
Has it been a good year so far?
Yeah.
Yeah. It started off rough, but we're good now.
Yeah, pretty good.
We're on a good track.
Are you seeing someone?
Is 3 dates seeing someone?
I don't know.
Is it?
I heard from another group of people 3 dates is seeing someone.
Is it?
That's what I was told.
What group of people said this?
Balance composure.
Very specific group of people.
You asked.
How did that even come up?
Because I'm full on friends with them, and I hadn't seen them in a long time, so we were catching up on our lives. And John actually asked me, like, "Are you seeing someone?" I was like, "Oh, well, kind of. I mean, is 3 dates seeing someone?" A couple of people in the room were like, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah, I guess you said it's seeing.
Yeah, like, is seeing like pre-dating? Is there a difference between seeing and dating? I feel like dating is more like.
I think seeing.
I feel like dating is the step right before like we're official. We're Facebook official.
Seeing, fucking dating.
I think there's a talking to as well, where you're literally
talking,
like,
seeing, fucking dating.
There might be even
together.
be a point between talking and seeing, though, because between talking and seeing is maybe a date or two. You know what I mean? Like hung out with.
What
chilled with.
But that's, I feel like that almost immediately turns into seeing, because it either goes well and you see them again,
and
then you're seeing them,
I guess, yeah,
and then or it doesn't, and then
right,
you don't talk about it anymore.
Right, run us through the chain again.
Talking,
seeing, fucking, dating together.
Okay,
break up,
because that's
inevitable suicide.
Well, I hope you continue to have a good year.
Thanks, Ryan.
You know, I remember when I met you, you were not doing well.
You were on your dry spell,
You were
right?
on a 3-year dry spell, weren't you?
Hadn't felt the touch of a woman
No
in
touch
3
of a
years.
woman in 3 years.
Was it 3 years? I mean, it
Yes.
might have been closer to 2.5 or so.
I think last time we talked, you said it was closer to 4.
If you round up, it's
No,
10.
it was like 2.5.
You got to round up to the closest 10, so it's 10.
Okay, 10 years.
What was it like going that long without
That long?
any female
I don't know.
company?
Like I just never.
You didn't want to? What
No,
changed?
I wanted to, but probably
you
new
afraid?
scenery. New scenery.
Were you afraid?
Were you afraid?
Afraid of what?
Women.
No, definitely
Afraid
not.
of yourself? What do you
Did
might
you really?
do?
Did you just isolate everyone on Long Island at that point?
Maybe.
Perhaps?
I don't know. Or I didn't try very much. It was hard to meet girls there, I guess.
I mean, you isolated everyone in Boston as well.
Yeah, I've done that now.
Because the person you're seeing isn't from the area at all. So
Exactly.
you have to reach out that far.
Yeah.
You met her on DesperateFreaks.com.
DesperateFreaks.com.
Yeah.
DesperateGothFreaks.com.
No, not goth freaks. Desperate normal freaks. Uninteresting freaks.
So we're both uninteresting freaks?
No,
Thanks,
just you.
Oh, okay.
She just feels bad for you.
Oh, okay. Feeling bad for DesperateFreaks.com. Meet a desperate freak you can date out of sympathy.
Yeah.
Great.
Does that make you feel
It
good?
makes me feel great. Thanks, Tyler.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad I'm just guilting this person into liking me.
True.
That's how it goes.
So, we're just coming off of our flea market this past weekend. The Bridge 9 semi-annual flea market. And
yeah.
I'd have to say it was quite the success. It came together really well. I got here a little bit after 10, and it was like a packed house already. All the vendors were here. Their stuff was set up, and people were here, buying, selling, hanging out, talking.
People came and just literally hung out for hours.
Yeah, I saw some people like the entire time. So
chilling. You had fun at the flea market, Schultz?
Had about as much fun as you can at a flea market, I guess, yeah. Hanging out with my friend Trevor.
You fell asleep at one point.
You did fall asleep.
I actually legitimately started falling asleep after 5 o'clock.
Yep.
Felt like kind of a long day by that point.
You were looking at girls and screaming at them.
Was that the thing I was doing?
Yes,
I think so,
you
yeah.
have terrible discretion. There would be like a woman across from us, and you would be talking about them to me, and you could not lower the volume of your voice. I was there. It happened.
No.
Oh my God! Someone walking through the. Oh my God! Look at her.
I was subtle.
That sounds
You were
like
not
you.
subtle. That was
Very
like literally
subtle.
you.
I was subtle.
Or you'd be like talking about something weird and inappropriate while there's like two strangers.
What
in
was
front
weird
of
and
us.
inappropriate
I don't
about
know
my banter?
anything.
Anything?
You also got excessively loud, disgusting hiccups, and like that last.
That was
an
compulsive,
hour.
and I couldn't help it.
It lasted an hour.
The hiccups? That wasn't an hour. That was maybe 5 to 10 minutes.
No, it was
And I
longer
cured
than
them
that.
very quickly with.
He was desperately looking up cures on Google on how to cure your hiccups, and one of the solutions was get an anal message. So
Anal message?
apparently,
It literally says that on Google.
it was
If
like
you-
step 5 was an anal message.
Yeah, if you Google how to cure hiccups, it says get an anal message.
Anal message.
So what's an anal message?
I don't know. If you Google how to cure hiccups, it literally says get an anal message.
I think it's someone who
Tyler-
spelled anal massage wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was funny because it's in like the Google like you Google it and it comes up as like Google's like curated list of like
Yeah.
answers, and it
And
said
someone-
anal message.
So someone managed to get a typoed anal massage
like
advice.
the official.
How would
like,
you get
Google
an anal
answer.
massage?
I don't know. Maybe someone sticks a finger in there and just
I feel like that
gently
must have been
rubs
pulled
it.
from some like joking article because the other
Yeah.
things they just were trying to make you look stupid. Anal massage is probably trying to get you to stick your fingers in your ass.
Wait. Have you ever stuck your finger in your ass?
We know he has.
Have you?
Yeah, remember he got the fingertip in the shower. Right?
I don't know about this.
You stuck your finger in your ass in the
is
shower.
weird.
Who cares, man? Who
This
cares?
is too weird for the podcast.
No, it's
Why?
not.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's
weird.
Here we go, he's
relevant.
walking out
I'm not-
again.
Here we go, everybody. He's walking out.
Telling the world that I stuck my finger in my ass.
Well, there it is,
This is
everybody.
too
He just
much.
told.
No.
He just told the world.
I don't like this.
He just told the world.
No.
What did it
It's
feel
written in
like?
stone.
What did it feel like?
Can we
We
What did
cannot
it feel
wash
like?
this away. It is written in stone.
What did it feel like?
We are broadcasting live.
What did it feel like?
What was it
we're
like?
not talking about
What did it feel like?
Felt like a tip of my finger in my butt. We're not talking about
Did it
this.
feel good?
No.
What did it
was
feel
bad.
like?
It was neutral.
Neutral?
I was trying it out, but I'd prefer this not to
Did
be
you try it out? Did you try it out for?
Why? We're wasting time now. We want to
Did you try it out for pleasure or just out of
for
pure?
pleasure. I'd prefer not to talk about this, though.
Well, we're talking about it.
Why is this the line for you?
This is weird. I don't know.
Why?
I don't know.
You're a sexual being, man. You
are.
own it.
You like
This
things.
isn't
This is your
sexual. This
year.
is just an act of masturbation in the shower.
Who cares?
How's that not
How's that
sexual?
not
That's
sexual?
sexual.
I don't want to talk about this. This is
I think
weird.
it's cool that you did that.
I feel unsettled by this.
Well,
You
I
did
think
it?
I think it's cool, and everyone else thinks it's cool.
Yeah, I think everybody listening who's hearing this is thinking, damn, like that's a cool ass
I
motherfucker.
think I don't want to hear
Shit.
this on the podcast.
See, Shouts is his 2015 his year. He's sticking his fingers in his ass.
Hell
This
yeah.
was 7 years ago
Stick
or
your
so.
fingers.
He knows. He has the date. written
Ultimate
down.
pleasure. Try it.
Ultimate
Everyone at
pleasure.
home, maybe they should try sticking their fingers
Supreme
in their ass.
satisfaction. You gotta just try it.
You do while you're jerking off, or?
Yeah, he just said yes.
Oh yeah. I guess that makes sense.
It was like the fingernail, if anything.
The fingernail.
You scratched your asshole with your fingernail?
So you didn't get too far into your ass. It was just like,
I want this edited out anyway.
How?
just shut up and talk.
Yeah. How?
Wow.
How can you get so like your fingernail scraped your ass and you said I'm out? That's it. I feel like you must have committed more than that. How can you
I
tell?
know,
You can't. That's
fingernail.
not even in. How could you
Did
tell?
you get
whether
in like?
liked
Did
it
you
or
get
not?
in like up to the bottom of the fingernail? Like here?
You must have gone in a little bit. That's not even in.
I don't think I really went in. I feel weird talking about this.
Oh my god!
Jesus
You'll talk
Christ.
about fucking a blow up doll in your mother's home, but you won't talk about sticking a couple fingers in your ass.
That took a few episodes to convince me of doing. Right now, I don't feel good about talking about this.
What's done is done, my friend, and I think that's cool.
I just don't want to paint this excessive portrait of me being fucking alien.
You're not.
So what were we talking? Were we still on the flea market that dove into the asshole fingering?
Yeah,
the anal massage, anal message.
Mm-hmm.
But the other things on that list were like grabbing your tongue.
Yeah,
and then also like pulling your ears and sticking out your tongue. So I think these are obviously like trolls. If
the thing with sticking your fingers in your ears and sticking your tongue out though actually did work.
Or maybe they just went away on their own and you looked like a fool.
No. Sometimes I get like chronic hiccups and they last forever.
It's an illness. How long have you had hiccups for? Longest period of time.
Oh, one time they lasted for like 2 hours.
2 hours?
That doesn't sound like forever.
Miserable. Feels like forever.
2 hours.
When you're in the thick of it, feels like forever.
Hiccups are like a kid thing. Adults don't get hiccups.
Yeah.
I think I was drinking seltzer and you made me laugh at the wrong time.
You're a child. It's children's shit.
I don't think it's children's shit. It can happen when you're drinking a lot of carbonated liquid.
So what else did you do this past weekend?
This past weekend?
After the flea market, we invited you to hang out, and you said
no.
You said no.
I didn't say no.
You said the only way you could is if you stay at our place for 5 days.
You live in a town with crazy parking laws, and I can't park near your apartment.
I said only if I can move in with you.
You wanted to sleep over so you didn't have to park your car.
There's no way to park my car near your apartment without getting a ticket after having already used the 2-day parking pass.
You should just purchase a parking pass.
I don't know if that's your town would let me. I would need to get like
visitor pass.
I would need to get mail delivered to you. Is there a visitor pass?
Extended visitor, 30-day.
But it's only good for the next month, right?
Yeah.
You get one every month.
How much is that every month?
$30.
I'm not paying $30 a month. That's like an extra bill. It's crazy.
You watch football?
Sunday? Yeah, I watched a little bit of football Sunday.
Watched a little Tom Brady?
Yeah, I watched a little bit of Tom Brady.
The B-Man?
Oh, yeah, Tom Brady.
Went to the aforementioned Balance and Composure show that night. What did you guys do that Saturday night? Watched funny videos with
We went to Veggie Galaxy.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They had free blue plates.
Yeah.
They actually paid you to go there and eat, as you told me.
Anyone over 4'8" ate for free.
Yep.
So too bad
then I guess I would have been out, right?
Is that why you didn't come?
Because I am 4'3".
It's true.
Yes.
The smallest person I've ever seen in my life.
Tiniest man.
And then you watched Crazy Frog.
Yeah. Crazy Frog is classic. That still holds up very well.
Did you watch that weird like computer animation Jesus thing too?
Yep. You missed out.
Wow, I really missed out.
Because Casey came home and he had all these funny tour things to show us, so we watched it all.
What'd you do Sunday?
Hung out at my home.
Hung out at home.
In the suburbs.
Other home. Ryan.
I went bowling. It was fun.
Oh, yeah, you went bowling.
What'd you do?
I went bowling. It was fun.
Sunday? I told you.
Yeah, you did that.
Ryan just described it all. Watched some sports.
Wow. And did you end the night with a little...
What is that?
You know what that is. You know what he's implying.
A little masturbation?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you told me you did too, though.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what guys do.
You ended with a little end of the weekend with a little masturbation.
Wow.
Wow, indeed.
You did.
You did exclusively.
What do you mean exclusively?
You were the only one.
In the world?
Out of the three of us.
He did yesterday, too.
Ryan just admitted he did.
He said yesterday he masturbated to a big-breasted woman.
This is a strange podcast.
It's true, you said it.
Did you, huh?
Big-breasted woman having sex.
I hate the way you describe things.
How else do you want me to describe?
There was an attractive, big-breasted woman.
I don't know. You could just not describe it.
This is so strange.
Yes, attractive,
Ryan
big-breasted woman.
Ryan and Tyler demand to know my masturbation material
know about the
after every session.
Session? No, not every session. That's too much to keep up with.
How long did you last? What did you watch? What website was it on?
What website was it on? I don't remember. How could I possibly remember that?
One of the classics, X videos or some shit.
The classics.
What's up with the cam girls lately?
What do you mean, what's up with them?
You don't watch them anymore?
I like to mix it up.
You don't support
Schultz
the
was
cam
all about
girls?
the cam girls for a little bit. You know, he would pay them tokens to do favors.
I didn't pay.
It's
I
true.
don't pay the
Personal
tokens.
room, 1,000 tokens.
You pay him
No, I
tokens.
don't pay the tokens.
Wow,
You
that's
rip 'em
terrible.
off?
Yeah, you're exploiting them.
It's like going to a strip club and not throwing down any
freeloader.
ones.
It's like no, like that's like watching from the window outside of the strip club, if that was even possible.
Exactly.
You're
They
peering
don't have
into the
windows.
window. What?
Ryan, what do you masturbate to?
Attractive, big-breasted woman.
Sounds about right. You Snapchatted me one last night.
Oh yeah, I did.
Did you get that snap?
I don't think so.
I was watching a TV show and the internet was fucking up and it froze on a scene of a topless woman.
Nice.
I
What are you
Snapchatted
watching
it
now?
to Schultz. I'm watching Californication with the guy from X-Files.
You're all about
David
shows now,
Duchovny.
huh?
Yeah. It's
Isn't
honestly...
he like a male prostitute or something? In that show?
no, he's just...
He just has a lot of sex.
His life is just going down the drain and he just has sex with people.
True.
It's not that great, but
Is you watching your own life unfold, basically?
Kind of.
Isn't there a show about a male prostitute though?
Yeah, it's called... I think it's Hung.
Oh yeah. That's what it is. That's what I'm thinking of.
Maybe. I think that's it.
I think that is what it is.
Deuce Bigelow.
Yeah, I think that's what I was thinking of. Deuce
I don't
Bigelow,
think that was a TV show.
European Gigolo.
That was not optioned for television.
That's a
ever.
classic movie, though.
It's a classic.
Is it out
Just-
on Blu-ray yet?
Just like Waiting. Right, Ryan?
Waiting is a classic movie.
all the classics. Ryan's top movies: Pain and Gain, Deuce Bigelow,
Waiting. White
Waiting,
Chicks.
In Malibu's Most Wanted.
Malibu's Most
Of course.
Wanted.
And don't be a menace. Drinking
Yeah.
your juice in the hood.
That's classic.
That is actually a good movie, though.
Yeah, that's actually a good movie.
Yes.
What's good about it?
It's funny.
You like to laugh?
Yeah.
Does
Who
it
doesn't?
take the pain away?
What pain?
All the pain.
I don't have pain.
You don't have any pain?
Nope.
What about your hernia?
Do you have physical pain, like a hernia?
The hernia doesn't hurt too much.
No,
No.
but sometimes your shit comes out through it, right?
My bowels?
Yeah.
Your bowels
I think
come out through your
supposedly
hernia.
your bowels can get choked out, but whenever the doctor tries to talk to me about it, I get really like flushed and
You want to throw up?
uneasy. Yeah. I want to pass out.
Do you?
Yeah, because they're using all the real technical terms
Like
of things
what?
that could happen, and it's
Like what?
frightening and
Like
scary.
your bowel skin
It could
filled
choke-
with
it
shit
could, like,
coming through,
sort
and it
of-
gets snipped off.
It could choke out your bowels and get stuff backed up, and
Like
of really,
shit?
Lots of really skeevy stuff that makes my skin crawl.
You're pretty unhealthy, huh?
Not unhealthy. I'm
Like your shit gets backed
no.
up?
According to my recent physicals, I'm very healthy.
You
I
eat
just-
pasta 7 days a week.
Yeah, you
Is
do.
that
I'm
healthy?
eating a lot of pasta this week, but I eat a lot of pasta in general. It's
A lot
good.
of starch.
What did they say about your penis?
Looks normal.
It's
Did
fine.
Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah.
Did you
remember you
ask?
asked
Have
me?
you ever asked about your penis? You seem like the type
I
of person,
honestly swear
like
to God.
ever since you were young, like when you were a 12-year-old who,
Like, does this
you're-
look okay?
You're like not doing well now. You're strange and don't know how to speak to people sometimes.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like when you
True.
were like 12, 13, you were definitely like, Doc, like,
What's going on?
what would you say about my penis? How would you rate it?
No, I didn't ask for ratings
I feel
from my
like
doctor. No,
You definitely would have.
that was a
You
pretty,
never mentioned your penis to your doctor at all?
That was a pretty brutal condemnation of my social abilities. but
What?
He's just being real, man.
Real mean.
Real
That wasn't mean.
It was pretty.
What did
low.
I say that was mean?
You're almost 3 years old and you don't know how to talk to another human being.
What?
Sometimes you don't.
But you're a social aristocrat, apparently.
No, that's not true.
Aristocrat.
Where were we? So no, I've never asked for a medical opinion on my penis, but it was just offered to me.
What did they
unasked.
say?
She literally said, your penis looks good.
She said it looks normal.
Thumbs up.
Looks normal.
Testes look normal.
You had the
Nothing
double
wrong
doctor.
there.
You were double teamed the last time you went to the doctors.
Well, yeah, because the student doctor was
Yeah.
kind of
With
watching.
one doctor had the hand on the balls and the other on the cock.
Not exactly.
It's not like that.
No,
Did she touch your penis?
I think she may have. Yeah,
She just said it looks good.
looks normal.
Did she give you
Yeah.
a thumbs up? Was she touching and then turned to you and gave you looked in
No.
your eyes and gave you a thumbs up?
No, she did not do that.
I
Not
wouldn't
bad.
trust that, man. I feel like you got erect.
I got erect
I feel like you did.
from the female doctor looking
Yes.
at my. No,
Or at least
I can
a
control
little
it.
chubs.
A little chubs? No, there were actually no chubs.
No chubs?
No chubs. I think because I didn't really expect it.
You get erections so easily, though. I'm surprised.
It's true.
You do. He said all
It sounds very strange out of context.
All a girl's gonna do is tap you on the shoulder, and you're fully erect, ready to go.
She just needs to brush you.
You kind of said that once.
I didn't kind of say that.
Yeah, you did. You said don't take much.
I said it don't take much. I didn't say a fucking tap on the shoulder.
What about a hand placed on the shoulder?
You were in a situation recently where a girl said, "I miss you," and you became erect.
That is true. A couple months ago, a girl texted you saying, "I miss you," and I look over in the car, and you are fully erect. And I took a picture of it.
Straight up.
That might have happened.
Damn. That's dark. That is dark.
How did that get you fully erect?
I don't know.
The thought of anybody thinking about Schultz. Wow.
I felt there's a little bit of subtext to it, maybe. I don't know.
What's the subtext?
You know.
You read way too far into things.
That was good.
That is good. So you got the hernia, you got shit coming out through your belly button, spewing out all parts
this is
of your
what a
body.
hernia does.
Yes. So you're just spewing out shit.
All right, Dr. Bradley.
You getting it fixed?
Yeah.
How many times have you had a hernia fix?
Once. This will be my second hernia surgery.
Last time you got hernia surgery, you immediately got another one.
Is this another one or the same one broke?
No, this is a different one.
What exactly is a hernia anyway?
It's a tear in the muscle.
Why? Why don't I have them?
Because you have a stronger abdomen? I don't know.
You're a little shrimp.
You're weak.
Yeah,
shrimp boy.
It happens to shrimp people.
Shrimp people. Specifically, the breed of shrimp people.
Shrimp people, man.
They're prone to hernias.
I just remember someone telling me my friend, this guy got hernias, and I looked at him and he was like my size.
Little boy.
Yeah.
It's always shrimp people. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Shrimp people.
So when is your surgery for this one?
Monday.
Are you going to ask about the leg extensions too while you're there?
No, I'm not going to ask about the leg extensions. No.
It doesn't hurt to ask.
I know. Just say, hey, while you're
I gotta remember to ask about the skin tag though.
While you're fiddling with me.
Oh yeah, tell them about the deal your doctor gave you. Deal of a lifetime.
The backdoor deal.
We can't broadcast that. My health insurer might find out and charge him.
Oh
God,
my
he
God.
really thinks
You really think
He really
that, don't
thinks
you,
that.
freak?
Damn, he thinks that.
He's gonna remove my skin tag down there too
For free.
Where exactly is your skin tag? Is it on your leg?
It's on his nuts.
it's on my thigh.
It's on your nuts. You showed me once.
I didn't show you my
Why don't
nuts.
you just cut that off with scissors like a normal person? What?
Yeah, I know. Just cut it off.
And gush
slice it.
blood? No, it'll grow
you're
right
fine.
back.
No, it doesn't.
I think it does.
They don't grow
He's
back,
gonna
no.
laser it off.
They don't grow back.
He's gonna laser it off. So
Let's go get a pair of scissors.
For free?
We'll snip it off. I got this blade right here.
Yeah, he's
I got
got a
this
blade.
razor.
I'll be under.
Take off your pants.
I'll at
Take
least
them
have
off.
the skin tag removed when I'm under, man.
If you take off your pants, I could slice it right off right now.
But I'll be unconscious
Pour
next
some
week and I won't
seltzer
feel
in
the
it?
pain.
You'll
You're
feel
good
the
to go.
pain.
It's just a brief moment of pain.
I think it'll last.
How do you get skin tags on your nuts?
It's not my nuts. It's my inner thigh.
I think it's your nuts.
You saw it.
Yeah, I know I saw
You
it.
probably have a picture of it on your phone right now.
I know, on your nuts.
No,
How do those happen?
I don't know. They just do.
Weird.
How do skin tags? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just asking. You have it. You should know how it got there.
I don't know. I just noticed it one day and said, well, that's
Did you ask the doctor about removing this, or did he just say, you know what, let's just double down, get rid of that?
They were looking at your
too.
cock. They were like, oh,
I might have
get rid of that
mentioned
for
it
you as well.
oh, what do you do about skin tags? And he's like, oh, actually, if you want, I can just remove that during the surgery. Just remind me.
Are you going to remind him?
So wait,
Yes.
you're getting surgery on your stomach?
No, it's my pelvic region.
Oh, so your pants will be off anyway.
Yes.
So you're going to be like totally nude from the bottom down?
Yeah.
That's weird.
When I woke up from the last surgery, I noticed they had trim me down there too.
They trim your pubes for you?
Yeah, they
Not bad.
buzz them away.
Free
true.
pube trimming and
Pubic
laser
barber.
removal of your skin tags all over your
Free
nuts.
manscaping.
It's like a day at the spa. That's nice.
Day at the surgical spa.
Yeah.
You don't feel weird about them putting you under and you're just naked?
Are you unconscious, or is it like
You're
local
totally.
anesthesia?
I think you're totally unconscious.
They could be taking funny pictures of your dick and stuff.
Yeah, but
I
I think
guarantee you that's happening.
Oh, I guarantee it as well. If that was me, I would do it.
Well, that's why you're not a medical doctor, Ryan.
If I was, I'm sure
You know
they think
most
the same
doctors
way.
do that.
Take funny pictures of penises.
Yeah, why not?
Like what though?
They probably have like a locker, like
pose
the
next to it?
surgery locker room, and like it's all pictures of like the funniest dongs. They all like compare at the end of the week.
Or they take selfies with the dong,
Yeah,
like a thumbs up.
Yeah, Or like they're pretending to put it in their mouth or something.
Or they actually put it in their mouth for the picture.
Oh no!
It's twisted.
You would never know.
They're just playing around with you, like your limp body. They're just like they're dancing around the room with you, or like, oh look, I'm fucking showing some piece of shit.
like Weekend at Bernie's type thing.
Yeah, kind of.
They make you into like a big puppet, and they're
Weekend
like,
at Schultz's cock.
because you know how they have like the surgical theaters where like medical students will watch.
Yeah.
So they like put on a show. Like you get bored, just watching the surgery.
Oh shit, that's what's gonna happen.
Your little flaccid cocks flapping around.
Putting on a little puppet show.
Yeah.
And you would never fucking know.
It's true. Well, I gotta take that risk.
That happens at every surgery.
So that's gonna happen to you on Monday, huh?
I guess so.
What if they give you the wrong surgery?
The wrong one?
What if they remove your heart and replace it with a shoe?
What if they surgically install a shoe in my chest to keep the blood flowing?
Yes.
Then I'd probably die.
What are the chances of you dying? Because it's a possibility.
It is a
It's
possibility.
possible.
Every surgery has risks.
No, there is a chance I'll die. Let me look it up for us.
Are you nervous about that?
It's extremely slim, I think.
Who are you leaving your frozen food to?
There is a chance you'll die. You should really write up a will.
I think we
Chances
should
of dying during hernia surgery.
Pretty likely.
In studies involving more than 7,000 people, no one died.
That's what it says. No one died. That's the medical report.
The risk is extremely low.
But it's there. Shouts.
You're going to
It
be
is
the exception
estimated
to the
that
rule.
0.724 anesthesia complications occurred per 1,000 surgical discharges in the U.S. 2000 census.
So it is possible you could die.
Yes.
You think you're going to be one of them?
No.
What makes you so confident? That's cocky of you.
I don't know. I've had one before and it seemed to go well. So
Yeah, now you got two. That's upping your chances
it's
of
true.
death.
Doubling my chances.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now
you might
odds
die.
are 1.4 in 1,000 that I'll have an anesthetic complication.
Yeah.
Although that doesn't even mean death. It just means there
It's
was.
worse
In your
than death.
case, it means death.
Yeah.
It could. Yeah.
And do you think that you lived a fulfilling life if you were to die on Monday?
Sure.
I think it's pretty much a guarantee you're going to die on Monday.
Thanks for being a supportive friend on my surgery.
Last episode with
My
shouts,
mom-
everybody.
my mom called me up a
It
few
is
weeks.
the bad luck number 13 episode. The curse.
So as rare as actually dying during hernia surgery is, my mom did call me a week ago, crying about not being able to be up here for the surgery. So I hope
think
she's not
it's an
listening to this
omen.
podcast and hearing you.
Well, sorry, Bonnie. He's going to die.
R.I.P. Who are you going to leave your stuff to? Can I have your Xbox?
Sure.
That's not bad. What happens when you don't have a will? Who gets your shit?
Think next of kin.
Is that
Who's
me?
No, it'd be my mom.
Is that me?
Bonnie? She doesn't. What is she going to do with Xbox?
She'd probably sell it.
Would Bonnie inherit your porno mag?
Yeah, who gets the porno mag? You got to
Threw it
make a
out.
will before
You threw
Monday.
it out?
Yeah.
When?
What?
Why?
Why didn't you tell us this?
I don't know. I didn't think it was really worth mentioning.
Wow, how is
The
that
porno
not
mag
worth
you've been
mentioning?
bringing around
Recycling
for
a
10 years?
magazine.
This is like you brought this. This is like your closest friend in the world. It's the most comfort. It's like your safety net, your security
yeah.
blanket.
Yeah, security blankets.
It is. It's the only stable thing you've had in your life for like 10 years.
No.
And you threw it away.
It wasn't a security blanket. It was just,
An emergency backup kit, like
Yeah.
a first aid kit.
yeah.
Yeah. I bet you don't even have a first aid kit, but you had a porno magazine.
We have Band-Aids in the bathroom.
So
Jesus Christ.
you threw it away. When? How long ago now?
When I cleaned up my room a few weeks ago?
Did you use it one last time?
No.
Did you flip
Did
through
you
it?
flip through it?
No.
Like catch it? Like
No,
think
because
back.
I was in the,
Your
the
old
zone.
friends.
I
You
was in the
didn't
zone
hold it and
cleaning up
start
the room.
trembling.
I know.
Trembling?
You
No.
just it was just a quick grabbed it, threw it in the trash. That was it.
I know you want there to be a ceremony behind the discarding, but there wasn't.
Did
Sorry.
you
I think there
ever
was.
run out to the trash on the street to check if it was still in there because you needed it back?
No.
So it's gone.
Yeah.
Is it still in your room in the trash?
No.
It's gone.
Uh-huh.
I'll get you a new one.
Do you feel sad?
No.
I don't know. I feel like that's
little part of you died.
I know.
Like a part of me died to throw out a porn mag.
I mean, you dragged it from place to place for a decade. I don't know. It seems like I'm torn up.
In a treasure chest underneath your floorboards.
A treasure chest.
Yes.
You're torn up, Tyler.
Yes.
You feel emotionally ripped apart.
I don't know.
By
How can you just like get rid of something that was so important to you for so long and act like it was nothing?
Important because it was nothing.
How can you say that?
Whatever. He's just trying to be Mr. Cool Guy now. I don't care about my porno mag. I throw it away.
No big deal.
Trying to be Mr. Cool Guy.
Yeah, you're so cool, man.
Yeah.
So fucking cool.
You know what's cool? Admitting that you love something.
Yeah.
Being okay with saying, cool. I loved that with all my heart. It was my closest friend for 10 years.
Ryan wouldn't know anything about that.
It's not true.
You don't love anything.
I don't love many things, Schultz.
No, you don't.
Definitely don't love you.
That's okay.
I hate you.
You're going to die on Monday.
You tell me a lot of extreme sentiments on a daily basis.
You're going to die.
Me. You feel like a loyal, trusting friend. You love me. And now you hate me.
I hate you.
I'm going to die.
And you're going to die on Monday, and I won't even faze me.
Won't even faze you.
Oh, I'm like, oh yeah, I know he's dead. Who cares?
It's going to be a bloodbath. They're going to cut the skin tag, and it's just going to, all of your organs are going to
bleed out.
You're going to pour out through that hole in your leg.
Yep. Nice.
Well, shall we get into some discussion? One last real discussion before Schultz dies?
Yeah. This is the last actual discussion. Our intellectual discussions we have on this podcast.
Yes.
I do want to follow up from last week, though.
What?
We got our friend Paul, who runs Tor Johnson Records, wrote in and mentioned that there were a couple bands he thought we missed when we did the bands who have changed their sound. And he mentioned a few bands like, I think he mentioned Cave-In.
Cave-In, Voices Fire, Planes Mistaken for Stars.
And as much as like those bands fall into like the punk category, Cave-In is a hardcore band for the most part.
Was.
So like, yeah. So like, but I guess I think maybe all of us were more than not thinking that we were talking about mostly like straightforward hardcore bands that tried something different.
Bands who could uncategorically like
like
not
they were just like they were
else.
hardcore with almost like any other. There was like nothing else attached to it other than the fact that they were hardcore.
Pretty
bands.
much a metalcore band.
Yeah, I mean they were a more relatively straightforward hardcore band, I guess, at least for their time at first. So sure, that counts. But I guess that's why we didn't talk. There obviously, if we wanted to talk about bands that have changed, it would take like recount every band. I guess I was thinking of bigger, more notable, more straightforward hardcore bands who tried something different or pretty drastic. So just wanted to clarify that because I'm sure everyone had their own idea, and I'm sure we missed some too. But this is just what came to mind. But yeah, so this week we wanted to talk about some reunion bands, just the fact that that's kind of a big thing right now. It seems that almost every single band, regardless of who they are, seems to come back. Yeah. Want to talk about how we felt about every aspect of that, I guess. So,
how does it make you feel, Schultz?
Yeah,
joy.
I'm cool with it all.
All of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like playing music? Why not try it out again?
Yeah.
But are you playing it for the right reasons?
Yeah. Well, sometimes this could be a cash.
You cashing in,
but it's always hard to. It's kind of hard to tell when the band is actually making a cash grab.
But at the same time, like
if they look like super unenthused on stage, maybe.
Yeah.
Who was that band that was like? Was it at the drive-in?
At the drive, I was actually going to mention at the drive-in.
That
supposedly it wasn't. They weren't that live. They didn't seem that into it, except the singer.
Yeah, apparently they
didn't.
Weren't they like? I don't really listen to them. Weren't they like the kooky, like crazy guys on stage?
Yeah.
And then they reunited. And it was just like boring.
That's
they
what
didn't care.
I've heard mixed opinions, but I did hear like everyone but the singer like looked a little bit unenthused on stage and whatever. That could fall under that heading.
True. But I don't know. As much as like punk is all about not like an anti-money and whatever, it's not about the money, which is whatever. But like, if you were in a band that was like small and no one gave a shit about you, and then all of a sudden someone's like, "Yo, we'll give you like
$5,000
or like $50,000 to play like this fest," like
you're gonna do it.
Like I don't know, man. Like if I was in a band. Like, and we broke up in our last show, we played to like 35 people, which I'm sure that'll probably be every band I'm in. Like, And then like 10 years later, someone's like, all of a sudden there's just like hype around your band and people care. Like,
yeah, that's true.
I don't know. I feel like, and especially if like if someone throws a number at you and you just say, like you talk about it with your bandmates and you say, we should probably do this. And also you're like satisfying what people want, you know, like if you get to play a couple shows to kids who really want to see you and didn't get to see you back then it's almost like a win-win, you know?
No, yeah. I mean, I've seen a ton of bands that I love that I never thought I would get to see. Whether, I mean, I go with the understanding that it's not like...
It's not the same experience from 30, 40 years ago, for sure.
And it's still it's still like a cool thing. Like seeing like Chain of Strength. I've seen them a couple times since they're...
Yeah. Do they play with mostly original members?
Yeah, it was all the same, all original members.
At least that's pretty cool, though. At least that they do that.
It was like them in particular. They sounded really great, and it was like really cool seeing it. But like the most recent time wasn't as bad, but their first set of reunion shows were like they were very, very awkward in between.
Yeah, didn't you say that, like their stuff they would say?
Yeah, it was just like
weird.
They just sounded really like awkward and like out of touch, and it was just like
it
was weird because it was like everyone was losing their minds when they were playing, and then the song would stop and they would like talk, and it would be like crickets. It would be like, really uncomfortable in the room. And
what was like some of the stuff they would say that was just like so out of place?
Like one of the guitars was like, "This song is for hardcore," and then it was just like dead silent. Like, okay, and then they started playing, and you know,
yeah. I mean, I can imagine if like you haven't played for a while, and like if you totally drop out, like you don't do other bands or anything, then like I don't know, it must be tough to stay in touch. Like
Chris Bratton, the drummer, was climbing all over things. Like, he was climbing all over the speakers and losing his mind.
Yeah, he went on like these almost semi-rants.
It's pretty sick. Yeah, I mean, there's been a wave. I think we kind of wanted to wrap this all up in like, at least for like more recent bands who have gotten back together. Like, I feel like American Nightmare kind of kicked that off a little bit. We were kind of talking about this when we were like gathering our thoughts for the podcast, and like, I don't know, to me it seems like they were like the first kind of like, I guess the very last generation of hardcore bands, I guess, you know, like bands who existed within the past 10 years who then broke up and now are getting back together, I guess.
And I feel like they kind of like set, like, there's certain bands that everyone was like, oh, they'll never get back together. Yeah. And I feel like American Nightmare doing it kind of like, I don't know, now it feels like anything's
possible. You know I mean? Were they one of those bands that it was like, we're never going to play again? That was very much their thing.
No one ever thought that would happen. It did. So
yeah.
Even me, like, I mean, there are some bands that I don't think that I'm certain will never get back together, but a lot of them, you never know.
That's true. Who are the certain ones you think?
I mean, I don't think Minor Threat's playing a show ever.
I always think about that. I'm like, I wonder if like if one day I woke up and it was like Minor Threat's playing a show. Like, I wonder, like, what would happen in the world. I feel like it would be nuts. I feel like there really, like, wouldn't be a venue that could, like, really hold
like
that.
A hockey arena.
Like, you still think of, like, they're still, like, a hardcore band, so you think, like, they're still an underground band, regardless of how much they're, like, a legendary band, but I still think it would be, like, hundreds of thousands of people, if not, like, millions would be interested in seeing that.
It's like a soccer stadium.
Yeah, it would be crazy.
But no doubt that's never going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't know. I respect bands who don't, you know, it ended and that's that. They keep their legacy. Because, I mean, a lot of, at least with these older bands, it's, you can kind of like fuck up your footprint you left and kind of like tarnish your legacy you left behind if you don't do the whole reunion thing right, you know?
Yeah.
But what is legacy?
I don't know. Like,
it's just a look, really.
Yeah, no.
It is. Some people like that stuff, I guess, you know? Like, there is something like it's very easy to see that and see the appeal behind that. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It almost adds to the band. It's like this band broke up when they were like 19 years old and a few years into hardcore and they never played again and that was it. And like, there's just so much like what could have been and like that's just it. That band ended. That's just over. It's just history, you know?
Yeah. It just adds to like the appeal of the band and just like, I don't know. It's just weird sometimes when this band. I mean, that's also like what certain people ideas they have of bands, and then they get back together, and it's like it's all these like it's just like the Black Flag reunion stuff. Like, that's insane.
A mess, though. It'd be like two like bands kind of playing as Black Flag at the same time.
They just put out like a shit album with like insanely bad cover art. I remember I showed that to Chris. I'm like, "You see this?" He's like, "That's not real." I'm like,
I'm sure that was everyone's reaction.
I'm like, it's pretty real.
Like, oh, that's funny.
But just like something like that, like and then like Greg in suing everybody, like that kind of fucks with the Black Flag like legacy and whatnot. It's like,
yeah, it's weird. Yeah, those original hardcore bands, it's weird, and almost like even I feel like Minor Threat is like almost an exception, but I feel like with a lot of those bands, they're almost like so old that it's like it doesn't screw with their reputation as much. I feel like, you know,
I know.
Because so much time has passed, and it's like, okay, you were 19 and now you're like pushing 60, so like, whatever. Like if you want to get back together with people you haven't seen in 40 years or something, like. I
feel the risk comes with like making when you're like the first wave bands and making new music. That's always
definitely.
That's always. I mean, they're like Negative Approach. They're like still great, and they're all old, and they don't write new music. They just
play their old stuff,
play the hits, and it sounds great.
Yeah.
And I think that there are a lot of bands that still do that, and it's cool.
Well,
bands that got back together and put out good stuff too.
Modern Life is War, I guess. People seem to dig that newer album.
108.
108.
That first
did they break up or did they
like
go on a hiatus?
Either way, it was a pretty long time away from music, I think.
But no, I think some people consider that they even say they got better, you know?
That first album they put out, A Newbie from Dead Heart, that's like, that's definitely one of their best albums.
Yeah, it is cool. They did manage to come back and put out some good albums.
Anytime I saw them live in that period of time, they're kind of inactive now, but at that point they were really good live too.
It's definitely possible to come back and write good music still, you know.
Yeah,
especially with bands that have more recently broken up, you know, in the past. Like,
I think that's just like math.
Yeah,
at that point.
Like exactly. Like if you're like a band that played a style of music that's still relevant now.
Obviously Verse was going to put out a sick album.
Yeah, I mean, there was only like 4 years or something, 3 years between. But like speaking of Verse, though, they came back. They were a straight edge band when they broke up, and they came back, and they weren't a straight edge band anymore. I feel like people don't seem to make as big of a deal about that. Really,
I think it's also because as they progressed, they adopted more of like a general socio-political like vibe.
It was less about the edge.
Yeah, it was way less about the edge.
But just like, I feel like in general, I mean, even look, Chain of Strength, like, I know there
was
some
dudes aren't all edge.
Yeah. No, I know.
That's a little more undeniable.
That's what I'm saying. But like,
their whole thing was that they never were edge.
Yeah, they were just like, which is like bizarre to begin with.
And then they had the great picture from the Rev 25 of writing out the set list backstage with a Budweiser can right next to it.
Yeah, that was great.
But I feel like that stuff happens a lot. Like it seems just like most of these bands don't keep the edge or whatever.
As straight edgers, how do you two feel about that? Because obviously, I don't give a fuck one.
I don't know. Like a band, to me, the music and stuff comes first. So like, it doesn't matter that much to me. But like, it is a little bit. I guess thinking about it from like the band members' perspective, it seems kind of weird, especially if you're like the vocalist who wrote the lyrics. About like if half your songs are about straight edge, then you come back and like, are you just going to avoid those songs live? Or are you just going to play them and like, it just seems weird, you know? Like it seems
relive the vibe of the mentality you had when you were that age.
Maybe? I guess there's that. You can honor that, I guess. But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely like a weird. Like I don't give a shit if anybody breaks edge. You know.
Yeah,
it's not
it's whatever. It's your
choice. If you want to drink. Go ahead. I mean, there's something a little weird about, you know, just anybody being like, especially being in like a straight edge band and like writing lyrics about it and being so about it.
Yeah, it's just like you're all about it, even like into your like 20s or something, and then I don't know, and then all of a sudden you're just not. It just seems you're willing to build a band around this belief, and then you just say never mind. But then that's fine. But then you come back and you're going to like be that band again. I don't know. It seems, I guess for me, I would feel like, I don't know, that seems weird. Let's just do another band. It may be cool to come back as that band, but it's just very, I don't know. It just seems strange. It seems like you're lying about something. I don't know.
Something about it, like you were an Edge band, you break up, and then years and years later you do like some reunion stuff. Something about that doesn't seem like doesn't bother me personally as much because I mean it's public knowledge you're not Edge anymore. I mean I feel like it's weird singing songs that are like very specific about it.
Like, exactly. I guess it's just weird. I guess that's all. It's not like it bothers me. It's just it's just strange. I just would feel funny, I guess. I mean, because Unbroken is a band that kind of did that, right? Did they break Edge as a band, like when they were still a band?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. But I mean, they're doing the reunion thing kind of too. They play once in a while. And I feel like they have like a double thing going on because they broke Edge. Their name is Unbroken, which is like obviously it's a reference to that. Also, they had an original member die in that band.
Did, yeah.
So like that would be, I don't know. Like there's all sorts of things I feel like you have to think about before you come back.
Yeah.
Like as that band or any band like that.
I might be wrong, but I think maybe when they first started reuniting and doing stuff, it was benefit shows for the dude's family, I believe.
I think I do remember hearing that. I listened to an interview with the bass player somewhat recently, and I think it was something along those lines, which that's cool. That's an awesome way to honor your member and do something good for their family and loved ones. So that's cool. But I don't know. I guess like when you really think about it, every band probably has their own reasons, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I haven't broken Edge. I'm sure some people, it doesn't, it's hard for me to grasp sometimes as like getting older and breaking like as an adult, like, you know, like I'm like 25. I can't imagine just ready to start drinking now.
Yeah, like it's just so ingrained into my life. It's just like I don't think about it at all. You know, it's just like not an option for me, I guess. But
I mean, obviously, people are in different situations, and if that's what you want to do, I don't.
But I guess I was referring to like bands getting back together in general. You know, like you might lump it all together isn't in a cash grab or whatever. But who knows? I mean. Some of the more recent bands, like Modern Life is War, I think, obviously they wanted to just be a band again, it seems. You know, they wrote a whole new album, like, right off the bat. Put it out and started doing some touring again and whatever. And there are other bands that don't really do that. I mean, Suicide Files, a band that just plays once in a while, and they don't write new shit. Yeah. Don't seem too interested in that. And they're not that old of a band either. But, I don't know.
Kill Your Idols.
Yeah.
Kind of doing that.
Yeah,
they're shows once in a while.
Reuniting for that Nate Fest.
Yeah.
True that.
Which I didn't think would happen because they just played their last shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, well, shit, we got a friend, we got to help
out. But I guess some of the stuff we wanted to get to in general is just like is every band gonna get back together? Maybe minus Minor Threat. I
definitely think there's some bands that definitely won't, but I think
it's crazy how many bands have gotten back together, even ones who have said we never will.
Even like outside hardcore, every band is reunited.
Yeah.
Even like smaller, like
exactly.
Like bands that still like have have a legacy and like are a thing, but they're not like top dogs. You know?
Yeah.
Like
they weren't the biggest of the big, and people aren't begging them to come back. It seems.
Yeah, like even like they just announced like the show for that like New York hardcore like book, and like Altercation is playing, and like High and the Mighty, True Stone's like first band is playing, like they're like reunions, which it's just interesting. It's kind of like people see like that reunions are a thing, and it's kind of like, oh, well, maybe we can do that.
Yeah, or maybe it's even just like a hey, like it's I think people are probably approach it from different ways. I'm sure some of it's a cash grab, but for some of these smaller bands, maybe they're just like, hey, look, all the bands we used to play with in the 80s or 90s are getting back together, so I don't know, let's try it out. Maybe it'll be just as fun or more fun. I don't know. I don't know. But I mean, we've seen it, like, I feel like especially at This Is Hardcore, there's just so many bands that play that you see a lot of reunion bands.
Yeah.
I feel like I remember the first year, I think it was the first year both you and I went in 2011. I feel like there were so many like 90s hardcore bands that played. Like, I don't know if they were, I'm sure some of them had been playing, but
like Damnation AD played.
But I think Damnation AD has been like playing on and off for the past couple of years, but yeah, they played, and like I don't know. There was a bunch of bands that played that had recently reunited or were reuniting for the first time, and like it is like you were saying, it's funny to see almost like the reactions sometimes too, because sometimes people don't care too. It's not always a hit when a band gets back together. Not
sometimes it's a hit at first, and then it kind of dies down over the next couple of years.
Yeah, people
lose interest.
Yeah. I do think people were really stoked on the Modern Life is War thing, but now that they're a band again, it's like, not that no one cares, but it's definitely not as like, oh my God.
They tapered off a little bit.
Yeah. But I guess that's like understandable, and especially, I don't know. It seems like it falls off more quickly than a band that's like popular, like still like new and like didn't break. Yeah, like it seems like they can put out a couple of good albums that people like, and like it seems like inevitably with underground music things just shift and change, and like you just can't stay big forever. It just seems impossible.
Yeah.
So like, but like it just seems like with these reunion bands, it's like you can squeeze like a year or two out of it, like tops. At least if you're gonna like come back and like
depending on how you do it. Like I feel like American Nightmare is doing it very well.
No, for sure.
They're like extremely scattered shows, and it just keeps people interested because it's like a treat when they play. You know?
And they almost do it like it's almost like every other. They'll play like one coast and then they'll play the other. So it's like almost like they're obviously always going to do well, especially if they're spread out over the course of years. I mean, that first one was like, what, 2011 now? That's a while ago.
Now New York and California getting all the love.
Yeah. So can go anyway, I guess.
And more recently, Beat On Related, No Warning, reuniting.
That's true.
That's something I didn't think would happen.
New material shows.
I mean, Ben Cook said in interviews like, it ain't gonna happen. Even when they released their new single, they said shows aren't gonna happen. I don't want dudes jumping on me. Even though I read in a recent interview that he said, I was just fucking around.
That's what he said when they got back, when they actually did get back together.
Yeah, like when they reference what he said about people jumping on me. Yeah, I was just fucking with you. But that's a band I didn't think. Even though like they're all active musicians and it's not crazy to think about. It's just when a band openly talks about it ain't gonna happen. You kind of believe it.
Yeah, no, for sure. When they come out and say that, like, who knows? I mean, who knows what the motivators are? Like, maybe it's just like they just need convincing. Maybe they hadn't been talking, or money talks. It really does. I mean, if they're getting a lot of money to play shows, then like I don't blame them. Like, that's a tough opportunity to turn down. Like, because that's the thing. Like, touring musicians, like even when you're big, like you're not making a ton of money, and like
you need to be
it's
constantly
so spread
touring.
out. Like, and I feel like it's so hard to like really save that money because like you're always putting it back into something. You're spending money on hotels and gas and food. Like you're making money, but then you're spending it on a daily basis because like nothing's permanent. And then like if you don't tour like 300 days out of the year, like you probably still need to pay for some kind of living arrangements back home, So a lot of that money just gets burnt right away. But like if you can make like twice as much money as you ever made when you were an active band in one show, and then like
it's hard to turn that shit down.
Like it's just I don't know. And I don't see why you wouldn't if people are
interested. I mean, you can say what you want about a cash grab, but I mean, if you're a band, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
And if someone's willing to offer you that money, like, I don't know the backdoor deals that come along with this shit and who negotiates what, but
so My Fiction's at Coachella 2025.
Yeah, probably.
Didn't Coachella offer like the Smiths like millions of dollars to do that?
That happens like every year, probably.
It's crazy.
That's wild.
Morrissey's just like, nope.
But he probably makes enough money on his own that it's like, it's not worth it. You know?
True.
It's a lot of money to turn down, though.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
It is.
What would you do if you had $1 million?
$1 million?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What would be the first thing you do?
Pay off some debts.
What debts?
Student loans, my car.
What else?
What would be your first purchase?
What would be my first purchase?
A mansion?
Yeah. Would you buy a mansion?
I don't know. I would invest a lot of it.
In what?
You gotta spend money to make money, right?
What are you gonna invest it in?
Stocks.
Like what stocks?
What companies?
Mutual funds.
Companies. What do we got?
I have no idea.
Nike?
Honestly. Nike?
Yeah.
Is the stock still rising on Nike?
I don't know. They seem to be doing pretty well.
Yeah, probably.
Apple?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Apple's always doing well.
Yeah.
They're not going away.
You got to take a risk on something, though.
On what, though?
Something like a startup.
Some penny stocks.
Something small, yeah. Like what?
So that's what you would do. You wouldn't buy anything cool.
Like a sex robot?
You're hitting me with this question. Sex robot?
Yeah.
I think I'd spring for an actual human, maybe.
You're going to buy a human?
You would buy a human being?
Jesus
Christ.
Probably pay for a lovely prostitution experience if we're getting into this thing. But it's definitely not my first choice, I think.
Would you keep living where you are?
Sex robot would be better, though.
Because it's always around?
No, but it's always around, but like...
What the hell is a sex robot? I don't think that exists.
That exists. I'm sure it does in like Japan or something.
Well, let's think like 10 years from now. I feel like sex robot technology will be very advanced.
So it's a love doll that like...
Yeah, but it's like super realistic. It's like a humanoid. Like it's like might as well be real.
That'd be sick.
Okay.
Would you be into that?
I don't know. I'd have to try it out.
You think there's going to be like virtual like partners in the future?
Yes.
Something like that?
Probably.
Like if like, hey, instead of like, oh, you're having tough luck like dating, like try OkCupid or Tinder. It's going to be like, if you're having tough luck dating, just buy a robotic wife.
Chelsea would buy that, no doubt.
Hopefully, I won't have to worry about that at that point.
Why? Because you'll be dead.
Think you'll be married? You think you'll be married in 10 years?
No, you're going to be dead from the hernia surgery.
Yeah, you got a few days to live, brother.
So we don't have to worry about it.
You'll be rotting in hell,
burning
for all your sins.
Yep.
You're a sinner.
Since when did you become a good Catholic man?
I've always been.
Oh, that's right. You don't jerk off. I forgot about that.
It's true.
Except for that one time that you almost got caught, according to that podcast.
That's not what I was talking about.
Root it out, listeners.
That's not what I was talking about. I was talking about rollerblading in my room.
You got caught rollerblading in your room?
I wasn't allowed to because it scuffs the floors.
Oh, shit. You don't have carpets growing up?
No, I did. It scuffs the
carpet.
Oh, you got caught in the lie. He's jerking off.
No, it gets on the carpet because when I'm rollerblading outside, I ride over the dirt and then I come in the house with the rollerblades and it gets all over the place.
He scuffed the carpet with dirt from his rollerblade. All right, fair enough.
Stained the carpet with cum.
No, it was dirt from my rollerblades. I swear.
Wow.
I'm pure.
Sounds like a good note to end things.
Yeah.
Pure soul.
Well, that's it. Unlucky number 13 here on the Bridge 9 podcast.
Spooky.
Rest in peace, Shells.
Yeah, we'll have to see who we're gonna have as a host.
Yeah.
Next time.
Submit some applications to replace me.
And actually, quick shout out to our former intern Katie, who delivered us cookies today.
I know she listens.
Yeah, and I think she wanted us to give her a shout, but they are actually really good. So thanks, appreciate it.
Thanks, Katie.
Appreciate it. Preach.
Vegan treats.
Peace.
Later.
Peace.